you, Dustin. Thanks for coming out today. Happy 4th of July. We appreciate you spending it with us here at Dozer Park as the Chiefs get ready to take on the Kane County Cougars. With me tonight on the PeoriaMagazines.com interview, I've got our team president, Rocky Vonachen. Happy 4th. How you doing?
Thank you. Happy 4th. Happy 4th to everyone. Thanks for joining us.
And we're ready for a big night. We always have so much fun on the 4th of July. A lot going into it. Mike and his crew did a great job. The red, white, and blue logos out on the field look fantastic. We got the bunting up and ready for a big night.
You know, we're one of the teams that asked to be home on the 4th of July. So there's some teams that don't, but obviously, you know, we do. It's a big night for us. We got a great location for the fireworks. So, you know, once we get our schedule, it's one of those nights as a staff we always look at and say, okay, what can we do on the 4th to make it bigger and better?
A big thanks to ScionA5.com as well, sponsoring our salute to the USA tonight. And you never know what you're going to get on a minor league game, any minor league game. Last year on this day, we got fireworks during the game because we went extra innings.
Well, the year prior to that, you know, we started at this time, and the game lasted like 2 hours. Right. So we had almost an hour and a half to kill between the end of the game and the fireworks. So last year, we moved it up a little bit. And, of course, it goes extra innings. So the fireworks are going off during the game. So, you know, hopefully we'll have a normal game, maybe 2.5, 3 hour game tonight, and you know, we'll get the fireworks in.
We've had some memorable 4th of Julys, though. I mentioned that one with the fireworks going off during the game last year. It was 5 years ago today. Austin Kirk threw a 2-0 9-inning no-hitter in about 2 hours and 15 minutes where it was still light out. And the air show preview was going on during that 4th of July, and we threw a no-hitter in front of a full house. So we've had some pretty memorable 4th of Julys here.
We have. You know, 4th of July, there's always a lot going on, so it's just so much fun to just be a part of it.
We'll have the fireworks going. We'll get 93.3 The Drive up on the audio, so for those of you that came out and still get a big part of that, participate in all that, hear what's going on down on the riverfront, and we'll have a fantastic view of that fireworks show. We've also got these jerseys. Some of the players starting to work their way out of the clubhouse now to get loose, and fans can see these great military-themed jerseys. We wore them on Memorial Day, wear them again tonight, and the auction's going up on the concourse for those interested in bidding on these jerseys.
Yeah, the proceeds will split between the Gold Star families and the Peoria Honor Flight, two great organizations here in Central Illinois that will give the proceeds to. They're great jerseys. Again, you mentioned we wore them Memorial Day weekend and had great response then. So, you know, I'm looking forward to the auction after the game.
Yeah, a little bit of everything. Declaration of Independence on the back, camo with the military on the front, the red, white, and blue with the Chiefs. And then the Chiefs are also wearing special 4th of July hats. All minor league teams, all major league teams are wearing those. We wore them last night as well. And those hats are available up in the team store, the Firehouse team store, so you can go up there and see Patrick and get a chance to wear a hat just like the guys are wearing down here on the field. Also in the team store, we've got playoff t-shirts. Chiefs were first half champions, so $25 for the playoff shirts. I know you already got yours. I got mine.
Absolutely. You know, we haven't made the playoffs in the first half in a long time, right. So it's pretty special for us to do that, and you know, looking forward to selling some tickets and having a great playoff run.
We have a big homestand coming up next week as well. We're here for 3 more days on this one, and then it's just a quick 4-game series in Wisconsin and right back home next week. And the Golden State Warriors made some news today as they signed Kevin Durant, but we're going to have Peoria's own Golden State Warrior, Sean Livingston, here a week from Thursday. His foundation, he'll be signing autographs, and the first 1,000 fans will get a Sean Livingston bobblehead, which is something we've been really excited about since October.
Right. Sean's been coming to the games for the last couple years, and you know, what else can we do? So we came up with the Sean Livingston bobblehead in a Chiefs jersey, which I think will be pretty neat. And, you know, Sean's had a couple great years, and it's great to see him and a Peoria guy doing so well.
He's been gracious with his time as well. He'll be out on the concourse that night on the 14th. That's a Thursday, so it's also a Thirsty Thursday. He'll be signing those autographs. And then the next night, and Matt and I talked about this briefly yesterday, but the 15th is our 1,000th game at Dozer Park. Us two and Ryan, I think, are the only 3 people on staff who worked here in Game 1. Okay, Claire's raising her hand. So worked here in Game 1, and we'll also be here for Game 1,000, so now she can't put her hand up over there. But, you know, we were here for Game 1 14 years ago, and now Game 1,000 coming up Friday. We'll have a Dozer Park t-shirt giveaway, but that's a pretty cool accomplishment.
It is, you know, and it's hard to believe that we've been here that long.
Right.
The time has flown by. You know, Dozer Park has been a great addition to Central Illinois, and you know, we look for 1,000 more. But we're going to have fun that night. Some great T-shirts from Caterpillar that we're going to be giving away, and it's going to be a special night.
You mentioned the 4th of July is always a fun night. Jimmy Buffett night's always a fun night too. I know that's one of the ones that people always ask for. All the group areas, getting everything ready. We'll have a double fireworks show that night. That's on the 16th, that next homestand.
Yeah, absolutely. Everybody loves Jimmy Buffett, and it's always one of our bigger nights, 4th of July and that night. And yeah, a lot of people have seen our fireworks show, but we're going to have the biggest fireworks show we've ever had. on Jimmy Buffett night, and I think fans will want to see that. You know, normally there's one trailer, there's going to be two trailers, and they're going to be loaded up and ready to go.
Staff will be excited about that too, I'm sure. Get the double fireworks pickup going as well as we get that going. We had, I know you're a big fan of the dueling pianos. We had them here for the second time. Did you put any song requests in with those guys when they were here with Spanky and Bill the other night?
You know, I didn't get a chance to, but I've always loved dueling pianos, so they've been with us, 4 or 5 years now.
Yeah, it's been a while.
You know, we sat there, and how can we include dueling pianos at a ballpark? And only in minor league can you put a piano on top of each dugout and had some fun with them. So, yeah, they were here twice this year, and they were here twice last year, and you never know when they might show up again. But they're from St. Louis. They love coming up here and doing it, and now they've got about 5 or 6 other minor league teams in the Midwest that they're doing it for.
Yeah, I think they were at Quad Cities the night before us, so they're kind of just making their way around. Right. And tonight we've got a lot going on here, both pregame and postgame. We're raising some money for the DMAC Warriors. They're pitching for a charity tennis ball toss. We actually had somebody win those Maui Gym sunglasses last homestand, getting in the bucket. You were out there in the bucket one time last year, weren't you? Holding that bucket?
I was, and you know, I got hit a couple times, so that was enough. But you know, the pitch in for charity gives us a chance to help area nonprofits raise a little bit of money and you know, help their organizations out. So you know, we'll do that about probably 30 times a year, and I think last year was over $20,000 to $30,000 that we gave to nonprofits in the area.
We got a couple surprises planned for tonight too that Rocky and I aren't going to get into right now because they're surprises and we want to keep them that way. So make sure you're paying attention both in the game and post game for a couple of those surprises that we've got coming up. But some of the things we do have planned, we have our regular Ufftring Auto Hero of the Day. We also have our ScionA5.com Hero of the Year. Those are both big things for us on the 4th of July with Scion every year and on the weekends with Ufftring Auto, and a nice chance for us to honor the military, which is something we take a lot of pride in.
Absolutely. You know, without the military, we wouldn't be here doing what we do today, and we can't thank them enough. So anything we can do to thank them is a pleasure for us.
And we'll have a couple of different opportunities today to honor and recognize those military members that are spending their 4th of July here with us at the ballpark as we get that rolling. And then we got baseball going on too, by the way. So pretty
we're
good.
Throw a baseball game.
Yeah, we're gonna throw a baseball game in there, and a pretty good team already, as we mentioned, playoff bound, and they've been fun to watch all year.
Absolutely, they're a lot of fun to watch. Some great prospects that, you know, someday you're going to be watching TV and say, I remember when I saw him playing in Peoria. But these guys play hard every night, and you know, don't count them out of any game because they're going to come back and win them.
You mentioned that, and a couple of guys that just went up at Esurance, the call-up worthy. We had Sam Tuivalala go back up, and then last night I'm watching the Braves-Marlins game, and Justin Bohr unfortunately was hurt, so he wasn't playing for the Marlins, but they were playing that game at Fort Bragg in North Carolina, which was awesome, and all of a sudden there's Tyrell Jenkins pitching in the 8th and 9th inning for the Atlanta Braves, and I knew he was back up, but the Braves aren't on TV a whole lot anymore, right. So hadn't had a chance to see him, and got to see him throw 2 innings in that game at Fort Bragg, which I'm sure was a great experience for Tyrell.
You know, and that's the thing. You know, you may not see players today playing with the Cardinals or the Cubs or in the future, but they may get traded to other teams like the Marlins or the Braves, and you see them with them. But it's always great to see.
And Rocky, I know you got some stuff to get done out here at the ballpark, but looking forward to a fun night.
It's going to be a great night. Thanks, everyone, for joining us.
All right. Thanks, Rocky. Appreciate it. Rocky Vonachen, team president, getting ready for a big night here at the ballpark. Mentioned we're home through Thursday. Tomorrow a 7 o'clock start against County Cougars team as the Chiefs get ready for game 2 of this series. Then 11 a.m. coming up on Wednesday, which is our annual splash day. We'll have a lot of the summer camps out here. We'll have the water guns out, some water balloons as well. Have a lot of fun with our super splash day for the 11 a.m. Wednesday, plus the Hebrew National Dollar Dog Wednesday. Then on Thursday, we finish the series and the homestand against King County with a Thirsty Thursday and a 7 o'clock start with the $2 draft beers and also $2 fountain sodas on Thursday night. Then we're gone, but as Rocky and I just mentioned, there's a whole lot going on next week as we're right back home with the Sean Livingston night in the bobblehead on Thursday the 14th, the 1000th game on Friday the 15th with fireworks, and also Saturday that Jimmy Buffett night and the double fireworks. So looking forward to that weekend as well. Hopefully you guys will come back out, spend part of that with us here at Dozer Park. We thank you for spending the holiday with us. I mentioned there's a whole lot going on tonight, so go up and buy tennis balls. They're 6 for $5 to raise money for the DMAC Warriors. You can bid on the jerseys the Chiefs players are wearing for a couple of very good military causes as well. And then you can get ready for the big fireworks coming up just after 9 o'clock from over the river. We thank you for spending your 4th of July with us at Dozer Park.